Hey Solomon, I've got another question.
What do you got?
Since you started, what are some mistakes you think you made way back when, and how have you wanted to change them?
Yeah, I mean, we can go into so many different directions with that question, but I would say the average entrepreneur who goes into business, again, we all have a mental picture of what it needs to be. That is the biggest mistake we all make. It's that we have a mental picture. Today, our picture is skewed by everything that you see in media.
Yeah.
It is absolutely skewed by somebody else's life that is, photoshopped and has filters and it's choreographed, right? And it is, just curated life of someone's picture is what's in our mind of what it's like to be success. Most people, the quotes on Instagram for success always has a Ferrari in it or some Bentley or some, right? Plane, a private jet is the equivalent of success, which is pathetic because you can be successful where you are with anything you have. You can be successful. Success does not equate to a private jet.
Wow.
All right? But anyway, the mistake is the picture in our mind doesn't necessarily, you look it around and say, I don't see anything like that picture. When is my life going to be like that? And you're sort of working in this rat race to get to something that may not even fulfill you. So what I say is the mistake that you and I make is we think the world around us is the issue. The economy is the issue of why I can't grow my business, or the president who is in office, the taxes, the location, the weather, my grandma, whatever it is, we always say it's that thing that is costing me to not get the results I want. So I'm upset. I'm pissed. I'm pissed because this client didn't buy it from me. I'm pissed because my competition is too freaking fierce. They have so much money to spend and I don't. I'm pissed because I don't know, maybe I don't have 20/20 vision. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is we never, ever, ever see that in 10 years time, the economy is going to be around the same. The tax rate is going to be around the same.
All right.
The weather is going to look kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Everything around you, the unemployment rate is going to be around the same too.
Yeah.
The interest rate you're going to get on your money in the bank is going to be around the same. The building's all going to look kind of the same. What's different? It's you.
Wow.
The difference is you. The only thing that's going to change between now and then is you. And if you don't allow that to sink into yourself, you're going to say, the taxes is my problem. I need to relocate to a place with lower taxes. This rent in this store, friend of mine, is too much. This landlord is ripping me off, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I'm paying way too much interest on my equipment and I wish I bought a different brand. This franchise is taking way too much of my money.
Yeah.
I'm serious. How many times you heard that?
A lot.
The franchise is the problem. The franchise takes way too much. My marketing cost, oh my gosh, I don't get any results. How's that one? My sales rep don't close any business. They just don't know how to close any business. My employees, forget about it. Right?
Yeah.
Think about that. But everything else around them is the problem. And internally, there's absolutely no problem. I am just perfect. And the more and more you dwell on that, the less and less you can actually make a difference for your business. And your business may grow, may not grow. But what you need to realize is, it's not them, bro. It's you.
Wow.
Everything is you. The economy ain't gonna change. We have no control of who's gonna be in the office. Couldn't care less what the interest rate is. It does not bother me one bit what the interest rate is. It doesn't matter if the stock market go up or down. I don't care where, in a contraction or an expansion from an economy perspective. It does not bother me what the currency exchange rate is, any of those things, the unemployment, the job rate, none of that stuff matters. What matters is, are you getting better today than yesterday? Are you 1% better today than yesterday? If the answer is no, and you're blaming everything else for your problems, then you are the problem. Most of the time, you come to that realization, you say, you know what, you're right. I think I can figure this thing out. I just need to work on myself. I don't need to work on my employees. I don't need to work on my wife. I need to work on my dad, my mom, my husband, my boyfriend, because they're not gonna fill me up. I need to work on myself. What can I do to get better? And that's the question you should ask. How can I improve myself? And the more you work on yourself, all of a sudden everything else starts to get better. You say, I realize why my mom acts like that. I get it. I realize why something. I'm just saying. I don't know. I realize why my kids don't want to, pay attention to me. And then you can say, okay, I get it. This is why. And let me work on that. And most of the time, things will just fix. Because in 10 years' time, people underestimate what you can do in 10 years. They overestimate what they can do in 1 year. That's 1 year just passes by. You're like, I was supposed to lose 10 pounds. I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to get married.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get all this stuff done. I was supposed to do like graduation party. That didn't happen. I was supposed to come out with my new album. I was supposed to have written my book.
Yeah.
All the stuff you were supposed to do in a year. In 12 months, 365 days.
Yeah, not enough.
Yes, exactly. They always overestimate what you can do in 365 days. And then they underestimate what life could be in 10 years.
Wow.
So, I would say I probably made that mistake in my early days. My early days, my picture of reality was very different from reality. And I just couldn't understand why. And I was probably not the happiest guy at the time because it was just going well. Although I had a great few years in the beginning, but I'm sure I wasn't happy with that growth rate. I'm sure I wasn't happy that I wasn't driving the whatever Bentley or stuff you see on Instagram.
It's not always glamorous.
It don't matter to me anymore.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less. That does not make me happy.
Right.
It doesn't. It doesn't make it. It won't make any happy. Ask the guy that has it. Ask him if he's happy. The girl or whoever it is. I promise you, they couldn't care less. In fact, the more shit you own, the stuff owns you.
Dang.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
If you want 1 million properties and you want 1 million businesses, you will realize that every hour, those things will be calling you. The more you own, the more things own you. I promise you that.
Wow.
Yes, you better be careful what you wish for. You might get it, and when you get it, you'll be like, this is crazy.
Man.
I'm telling you right now, if you own 7 private jets, watch what happens when the bills come or this or that. You need all these things to work, and they're all calling you.
Yeah.
They're gonna call your assistant, and their assistant gonna call you. I promise you that. There is no way that it's all just gonna be on its own and nobody ever calls you. You will be taking pills at night to go to sleep. Because guess what? The phone don't stop ringing.
Dang. Yeah.
All right? It's not that easy to just say, oh, it's all just going to be running on its own like Richard Branson. He's probably the only person that nobody calls.
Yeah.
And pretty much everybody else is getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Right? I'm serious. And the reason is, as entrepreneurs, we want to control everything. So we want to know what happened. Well, you're interested in knowing all that stuff. They're going to tell you all this stuff. And you're not going to have any time to rest.
Right. That's true.
So you got to figure out what you really want to do. And it's you that need to get worked on. And that mistake, I think everybody falls into. And it's this I'm a victim sort of a mode versus I'm a victor.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
I got this. And you got to control your energy. You got to control your day. You got to control what's going to happen to your business. And you're going to control what's going to happen to your income. You're going to control what happens to that situation. Or that thing is going to control you. It's going to eat you out.
Right.
And then you get frustrated and pissed.
Yeah.
Right? It's true.
Yeah.
A lot of business owners get frustrated and pissed when something doesn't go right. It's because their picture in their mind is very different from reality.
Yeah.
It's true.
I know.
They read the wrong case study. They read the wrong success story. They saw that so many people exited for $600 million. So all of a sudden, you're going to exit for $600 million? Your company's barely worth $2 million. You're a long way from exiting $600. Get rid of that picture. You don't need that.
Yeah.
Your picture is going to be different because you need to build that picture for yourself. You need to build what you really want, not something that happened or not definitely something you saw on Instagram. Now I got a way better picture and clearer lens than I've ever had before. All right. because I got these Ray-Bans now. Very different. Very different. What I see is way different than what I saw then. But again, you're oblivious. You don't know. You're so young. And earlier, everybody makes a mistake, but over time, you get way better. And then you see that, and you can actually accelerate your own personal growth
by doing that.
By the moment you know that.
Yeah.
You know right away. Oh snap! I get it. I got this. Woo! I'm relieved. Now none of the stuff around me is gonna matter. Nothing is gonna matter. What's gonna matter is me, and am I being educated? Am I learning the skills that I need? Am I improving myself? Am I working on my health? Am I working on my mind, my intellectual? Am I working on my wealth? Am I working on my health? Am I running and jogging and whatever? How am I gonna keep myself sharp? How can I have my people around me do that? How can I make this business grow? How can I build all these systems and processes that's gonna help me do all the things I need to do? It's not all the people around me that's the problem, it's me that's the problem. And how can I help them? And help them realize the same thing, that they're not at fault.
Yeah.
That their life is okay. And eventually you're like, shit, I gotta spread the word.
Yeah.
And some people get it and some people don't. And I forget about the ones that don't get it. I'll wait till 20 years, they might get it. Well, let's get the people that do get it. Let's help them out.
Yeah.
Right? Look, your employer shouldn't have to pay your student loan just because you went to a nice college. Although that's a benefit a lot of companies are offering. But I'm saying it's not his fault. You can't get upset.
Yeah.
You can't get upset. Nobody asked you to go to that college. It's not his fault. He's got bills too. Right? Like, think about that.
Right.
Expectations and reality, when it doesn't connect, people get frustrated.
And you could take that to life, not just a business owner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everything happens, like, if your business isn't growing, you're personally not growing.
Yeah.
And if you're growing personally, I promise you, your business is going to grow.
Wow.
And if your business is dying, you're dying personally.
Oof.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's the truth. And you cannot. You got to work on yourself, and everything around you will fix itself the more you work on yourself. And I don't know what that means for your business. I don't know what that means for you personally, what areas you need to work on. But the realization, once that happens, you will know. You will be going to the Tony Robbins and say, hey, I got to invest in myself.
Yeah.
I got to go read this book. I got to get my Audible. I'm not going to waste my time anymore. I don't care what's on TV, but it ain't going to help me grow. Right? And that's it. That's the bottom line. I'm not going to try to change my mom. I'm not going to try to change the taxes. My grandma or whoever I thought was the problem is me, and I'm going to work on myself.